So this video discusses finding the sweet spot of where to put our weight-bearing hand during the Turkish get-up. So when we move from our elbow to our hand, the goal is to have our hand in a place where there's enough space that we're going to be able to sweep our knee through, but that we also feel like we are stable through that arm. So if the arm is too far out, we're going to have plenty of space, but we're not going to feel very stable. So the arm will be the most stable when the wrist is pretty close to under the shoulder. We'll feel pretty stable being able to push off and not feel like our arm is too wobbly here. Problem with that is if it's too close to the body, now I can't get this knee through the way I need to when I get to this tripod open half kneeling position. So I got to find a sweet spot, so a little bit further away from the body, and really it's dependent on how strong you feel with that arm a little bit away from the body. So initially, for people that don't feel very stable, you might want that arm to be a little bit closer, just as long as there's some space there. And then when you're overhead, you might be able to, as you sit down, you can then wiggle the hand back out and adjust it as you get down to the elbow. If the arm is too close, the other piece that happens, not only will the knee not be able to sweep through, but even if it can sweep through and it's still too close, when you start to go down to the elbow, if you haven't adjusted it, now the elbow gets tight and you don't have stability in that elbow, where if you had it out and you can just drop it down, now the elbow is more under the shoulder, you have a little bit more stability there. So we do have to play with that a little bit. So when we go to here, I like to think of it as we crawl the hand out. So we certainly wouldn't want it right by the knee, but maybe a hand or two hands away. But that's going to be very individual based on how strong you feel with the arm a little bit further away. So if you are stronger there, it's easier. You don't have to adjust your hand position as much. You could just drop down to the elbow and then drop to your back. But if you are feeling that you're not quite so stable there, maybe start it a little bit closer, and then when you sit back down, walk it out a little bit because you should be pretty safe here, and then you can drop the elbow down so you're in a more stable position there, and then going to your back.